Ask an Expert Time with James Dobney. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to see you again. All right, Perry in Pitt Meadows is our first caller. Good morning, Perry.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Perry.
What's your question?
I was just looking outside, and my fireplace stuck. I was looking on the top of the cap. I've got little pebbles on my roof, and I went up there, and the cap seems to be rotting away. I want to know, is it, first of all, concreted on, and can I just go to Home Depot or Revy or Rona and just pick up a new concrete plate, I guess you would call it, on the top?
Right. So you have a masonry chimney. Obviously, it's a brick chimney.
Yes.
And the part that's sitting on the top is poking up above the chimney.
Yeah, it's the cap. You know, it sits right on top of the chimney.
Yes. Oh, okay. You mean it's a big slab?
Yes,
like
exactly. And like I said, I looked, and it's just falling apart. And I went up there, and I could actually take chunks off it.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Oh.
It wouldn't be tough to break it into pieces, obviously, if it's that soft. And you have a double chimney? Is it double wide?
It's a full chimney, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to get one up there that's already precast. It's possible to do that. The other option is to take the old one off, and they can build a form up there and actually make one in place. So it depends on how big it is and how heavy.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry, James. It's not a double chimney. It's a single chimney.
Oh, it's a single. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you should be able to buy a precast one.
Yeah, and are they concreted on?
Typically, they're put in with mortar.
Okay.
The same thing that you use to lay the bricks.
Yeah, so just chip it away and
Yep.
put a new one on. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Have a great day.
All right, Perry, thanks for your call.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye now.
We'll go to our first email question now. This one's from Bill, and Bill writes, I have a house that was built slab on grade, and the floor where it meets the foundation has a gap of about 1 to 1.5 inches in many areas around the house. What should I do? Built on slab grade, that's what I should have said.
When he talks about being a slab on grade house, typically what I would think of in that is that the foundation is just a slab and the walls are built on top. What I suspect he means is that there's a perimeter foundation and they've poured the basement floor, and what's happened is that floor has settled, as it will do. They'll shrink a little bit, but the 1.5-inch gap is, I'm guessing it's probably the difference between the top of the foundation wall and the slab. And there's a couple ways to deal with that. You can get companies that come in and they can actually inject concrete underneath to raise it up, or if you're replacing flooring, you can actually put in filler or a thin layer of concrete to even that out.
Right.
So if the house is older than, say, 10 or 12 years, it's probably settled about as much as it's going to settle. It compresses. What happens is the fill compresses underneath it and it settles, and you have to fill that gap. If it actually is a gap, then there are concrete cementitious products you can use to fill that gap so you don't get critters crawling up. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good luck with that, Bill. Our next question comes on the phone from, is it Cam or Pam? Pam from Vancouver. Hi, Pam.
Yeah, hi.
Hi there.
Good morning. I have a question. My neighbor's house is 4 feet above my house, and last year they put the interlock paving in their lawn just to eliminate the grass cutting. And since then, whenever the weather is very cold and the ground is frozen, when the water is coming from their side, it's coming and pouring and basically pulling my lawn. I asked them to put a drainage around their property. They said that is your problem. You have a drainage problem. I have done an intensive renovation for the past several years around my house. I don't have any problem otherwise. But during the only frozen season, this situation is happening, and I'm really worried about the water gets to my basement. And
right.
Yeah, and that is an issue, because if you get water that's going up against your foundation, then you can get water problems in your basement. And so you had no problems before they put the pavers in.
No, and they won't accept and the city doesn't do anything about it. They said this is dispute, but I don't think it should be that way. We should all, work it out together. But the person is refused to do that. But and he got his landscaping person saying that, it's your neighbor's fault. I had even called the city to come and check my water main, and there's no leakage on my water, and there's no...
Yeah, I suspect it is related to the drainage. You're right, and you're right about adding drainage, and yet putting it in a trench with gravel in it, something to take that water away. It's probably sloped towards your property. I don't know what to say other than you really have to work it out with your neighbor, and if you get no satisfaction with that, you're just going to have to go ahead and do it yourself.
Right.
But it really should be dealt with. Otherwise, you will get water problems in the basement for sure.
Okay, well, good luck with it, Pam, and sorry about the dispute you're in the middle of right now.
Never a pleasant situation.
Not at all, no. Okay, let's go to our next call, and it's Claire from Ladner. Hi, Claire.
Hi.
Hi, Claire.
Hi there. What's your question?
Okay, I live in an apartment. I have a gas fireplace. The pilot light is on, but when I depress the switch to make the gas flow through so that the fireplace will come on, it won't come on, and I'm not sure exactly why. The other part of it is that it appears that I have a switch that I should be able to just push, and the fireplace ignites from that area as well, but it doesn't look like it is plugged in any way, or there's no electrical to the switch, so I'm not sure if both problems are connected or not.
Is the switch on the wall?
Yes, it is.
So you flick the switch and nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
But you can see a pilot light on?
Yeah, I can see a pilot light on, but I'm pretty sure that the electrical isn't hooked up.
It's the switch that's faulty. You have two switches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is that true? You have two switches? One that doesn't seem to do anything, and one that's not activating the fireplace.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the situation is that the switch is worn out. You need to get a switch, and there's a special low-voltage switch that you use for that. Costs a little bit more, so consequently it tends not to get installed in condos. So replace that switch, and it will work. And the other switch is likely for a fan. If you look underneath your fireplace, you'll probably find a wire in there that's coiled up, and it was just an option that was never installed.
Okay, so it sounds like a fairly simple fix.
Oh yeah, simple fix. But that other switch, if you flick that switch and you test that wire underneath with a voltage tester, in all likelihood it will turn the power on to that. So
okay,
well,
good luck with that.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay,
Fire
you're welcome.
again. Thanks very much, Claire. James, great to see you as always. If you have more questions for James, give him a call at the number on your screen, 604-942-8272. And his website is jamesdobney.com. Next week, travel consultant